So apparently, there's a chance that my mother might still be alive. I was told that my mother died in 1991 as a punishment for going to High Wickham Air Station instead of the #1 Air Force human trafficking location, which was Biloxi, Mississippi at the time, which is now currently Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is the one place these people keep saying they're taking me, which is now, when you fast forward from back in the 70s, Milwaukee, Wisconsin is the #1 Air Force trafficking location. And that's where they're saying they're taking me. I'm finding out this morning, someone said, and this is plausible, and I wish an official would come and talk to me because this actually is plausible. Someone was saying that I am registered as dead since I was 13, which is exactly the time that I was supposed to go to court to put away a trafficking organization. The trafficking organization was protected by the police, by the courts, by everybody. You know who has not been protected? Me, the victim. Now, what does that tell you? I was told this morning that I've been dead officially since 1976, which is the exact date that I went to court for this trafficking organization to put them away, Queen and Lamar from Ybor City. And that's supposedly the time when I was turned up dead after I went to California to be with my dad, who then turned around and said, "Hey kid, if you want cocaine, get it from your dad." I wanted to punch him in the face and kill him. I was running away from that, not running to it. I thought my father was a better man. I was extremely disappointed. But supposedly, since the day that Scientology talked me into leaving to go to California to be with my dad after the court date was shut down because Lamar got into a fight and couldn't come to court. Blah, 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 bullshit, blah. According to what somebody told me this morning, I've been dead since that day. Officially. I've also discovered that they created companies in order to give me a job, which would explain why Scientology and L. Ron Hubbard created the job. I guarantee you, if you go back and look on the Youth of America Corporation from Clearwater, Florida, you are going to find a connection to Scientology, to the man who ran that corporation. And you're also going to find out that the name that's on there now is not the same name as the guy that was there when I was hired by that very same company to go around the United States of America selling magazines door to door with the spiel, "Hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm from the Youth of America Corporation, and I'm trying to earn a scholarship for college. Would you like to help me earn a scholarship for college? All you have to do is buy these magazines. If you order these magazines, I get a percentage of the proceeds and they go towards my scholarship." Now imagine joining that corporation that is, you're now learning was fake to begin with, and you're going around the country door to door and you find out that these people are stealing the money from these poor rich old people. That's who my people are. They're the people who make fake companies, go around to different cities and pretend to be a certain company, like these people who knock on your door for samples. "Hey, can I use your oven and sample you some shit?" Okay, the same people. These people went around the country saying, "Hi, my name's so-and-so. I'm with the Youth of America Corporation. Help me get a scholarship. Sign up for this, and you'll get your magazines, blah, 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 blah." I found out later on nobody was getting their magazines, And all they were doing was getting all this information on all these old people who had nice houses and were rich. Most of the people who were selling the magazine said, oh, we hardly ever turn the money in. We just pocket it. Most of these people don't get their magazines because it's just for the information. Well, I found that out. I demanded that they let me go because I don't want to be in no criminal organization. And if they didn't let me go, I was going to blow the lid off of the whole thing. And the next thing you know, I had a ticket going to Minnesota. And they said, well, you can't, you have to go back to Florida. And I said, no, I don't. I'm 18. I don't have to go anywhere. I can go wherever I want. And you promised me a ticket to wherever I wanted to go. So get the ticketing. And I said, if you don't, I'm going to blow the lid off of this whole damn thing. And they said, whoop, here's your ticket. And that tells you right there, it was an illegal organization. And I'm going to tell you right now that the story that I've been dead since I was 13 would make sense. It would make sense when they shipped me off at the age of 16. Right as I was becoming 17, they shipped me off to our Jewish family friends, who I now learn were trafficking. They shipped me off with everything I own with the hopes of never seeing me again to the Jewish family in New Jersey. They were trying to get rid of me. Why is my family trying to get rid of me? Why is my family lying to me, telling me my mother was dead when she's not? And she might even be alive right now. She might be in this building. She might be somewhere where I could go see her, and these assholes are keeping it from me. Who the hell does that? What kind of a family do you have to have that does that? And I just saw a notification that my brother died in 2024. Well, how does that equal the notification that I got that he died in 2022? And how does that equal the notification I got 2 months ago that my nephew Clint was dead, but now my nephew Clint is alive? And in the picture that I got sent saying he was dead, he looked like a crackhead. In the picture that I'm seeing him in now, he looks like a normal person. And he's the one that told my sister that he needed a picture of my son sent to the jail he was in. And yes, I believe that he met up with a cartel member who said, give us a picture of your auntie's little boy because we're going to go after him. And yes, it could be cartel. I have a cousin who works for Narconon, who's probably a member of Scientology. And she, yes, may very well be, and they too may very well be working with Deep Pit. I believe they're the Blue Lodge of the Freemasons. I believe that, I'm going to tell you, by looking at what's going on in my family, and you think about what my mother said when she said, I wanted to keep used kids as far away from my family as possible. She thought Florida was as far away as possible. She did not know she had just stepped into the devil's den. Ain't that right? So yes, it's very believable that I've been dead since I was 13, because that's the exact time that I met up with these two people who were walking on the sidewalk and convinced me to stick my thumb out 5 minutes later and hitchhike to California with them to Sacramento, where I was then introduced to the Manson family by Scientology in Sacramento. And I have another connection to Sacramento that was set up by my stepfather, who's pretending to not be a Scientologist, apparently. I don't know what else to think. Because Daryl was with Swift Trucking, and Daryl was with the fake phone company, the sex phone company, LiveLink, that was made up just so somebody else could set me up and try to make me look like a pervert. I knew they were setting me up when they did it. I could tell you everything. Anybody want to come and ask me questions yet? I could tell you everything about the fake live link sex phone line that was set up specifically to set me up to make me look like a pervert. I'm not into phone sex. But I also did my own investigation, and I have my own results of my investigation into what that was. So I would like to share that with somebody because I know who did it now. Anybody gonna help me yet? And if I've been dead since I was 13, that means every single job, including the Air Force, has been fake. Isn't that interesting? Anybody want to start talking yet? Or do you want me to keep going? Just ask it. You might want to have somebody official acknowledge this situation privately so we could take care of this shit. You hearing me yet? Because the Jewish family from New Jersey that supposedly somebody saved me from being trafficked by, looks like they trafficked me anyway. Because they sent people from New Jersey to my AA meeting when I got sober in September of 1999 in Arizona. Bloopers. I'm starting to believe Bloopers is a fake meeting set up just to keep me in my people prison so that I couldn't go to outside AA meetings with real people acknowledging me. So I would assume that everyone that was ever at Bloopers during the time that they were in Tempe on McClintock would be my people prison and a bunch of sex offenders and a bunch of drug traffickers. Somebody might want to look into that.